let's talk about fake CDC.
Let's do it.
I am referencing. I'll throw some links in the chat to the source, but here is the page that. Here's the page. I'm posting the page in the Twitch chat. That is the fake. This is a fake.
Okay, let me throw it up.
And you need to pull it. You need to pull it up because it's gonna look. Because what's gonna confuse you is you're gonna go. Why is this not the right place? Right?
Oh boy.
And if you check out that domain, you see chdstaging.org, as in Children's Health Defense.
Oh my God.
If you go all the way down to the bottom where it says parents' testimonies, you can click the link. All those videos are from the Children's Health Defense website because they got banned from Twitter years ago, or banned from YouTube years ago. All the way down the bottom.
Oh
right?
my God.
So this was found by a researcher that looks for they look for phishing websites.
It looks exactly like the CDC website.
You can literally go to the real CDC website and if you load up this image, this is a side here, if I can copy the image address. This will give you that link is bad, but
it's fine.
Sorry about that. This is from the lovely people at Info EPI Labs.
Oh my God, it's exactly the same.
Yeah, they literally stole all the assets. Okay, so
are they planning to do like a switcheroo, like a shell game, like just like whoop?
No, I think they're just gonna use SEO to try to jack it up to the top, and know that RFK won't ban them for stealing all the information.
That is sinister.
Yeah. Kyle Emke, who is a very, very good security researcher who specializes in phishing websites, is the original finder of this. I tend to follow him. And this is just one of those ones that I was like, oh, I bet Jack would like to see this one.
Yeah.
All right, so this site, and just for further proofing, this site uses the same Cloudflare setup as the Children's Health Defense website itself.
Okay.
I mean, it's deliberately impersonating a federal agency. And I mean, it's literally got the CDC social media accounts in the footer. Like, if you go to the bottom of the fake page, you'll see the links at the bottom.
Yeah.
Those links work.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like a massive violation of federal statutes. Just to go through the one.
Also, isn't thimerosal not even used in vaccines anymore?
Thimerosal is not used in vaccines in the United States.
Okay.
Thimerosal is a preservative. It prevents spoilage. Some vaccines in like sub-Saharan Africa use thimerosal because it doesn't require cold storage.
Yeah.
You know, when we got the COVID-19 vaccine, the original formulations of the COVID-19 vaccine had to be kept cold. They were subject to heat spoilage.
Yeah.
Thimerosal prevents that. We don't use it in the United States because we have such a good supply chain that it doesn't actually matter. But we can talk about ethyl mercury and methyl mercury some other time if people really want to get into deep woods on.
I don't think we need to. I was just like, it was just weird to me that like it's still on even like this that they're even using their time to talk about this thing that isn't even in US vaccines anymore. I was just like, wait a minute. What are you doing?
Yeah. This is and these links and the links that they find are very you're gonna see a lot of the same things. You're gonna see there are certain scientists that are connected to these type of things, like Tim Verstraeten. That's another one. But yeah, so there's certain quacks that are connected to the anti-vaccine movement who are
Yeah.
but yeah, you could. But like, if you go to the bottom of the page, you can actually see those little social media links. Those all work.
That's
Yeah, and
crazy.
so this is very questionable. Like, and in terms of who's
Oh,
going
like they work as in like they go to the actual CDC.
yeah, because they stole the templating from the CDC.
Oh my goodness.
They used a scraper and stole it all.
Okay. I assumed it was going to link back to like CHD's social
Yeah.
media, but no. Okay.
So the major ones, the major violations you're gonna look for this is USC 701 and 702. That prevents the unauthorized use of official badges, insignias, emblems, um, and or impersonating a public health official.
Yeah.
And the CDC is technically part of the public health service, so it does fall under that. And then there's also USC 912, which is impersonating a federal officer or employee
Yep.
and acting as such. So yeah, the FTC could sue them. People could sue them. The OIG of HHS is good. It would have normally cracked this down, but Trump fired him in January.
Yeah, I imagine like all of the people who could have and would have put a stop to this have all been like suspended or fired.
They could still get sued.
Yeah. Oh, they
State,
could still get sued. Absolutely.
yeah. State. Okay. Look at the tab name on that site. Okay, hold on. You you've convinced me to go and look. Oh, real CDC. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they literally the meta tag at the top of the page is real CDC. Like we are not the fake CDC. Please don't believe Andor's lies.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So this is a hot mess. And obviously Children's Health Defense is linked inexorably with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I mean, I despise that man.
Yeah.
If the world had any justice, he'd be dying in a Samoan prison right now.
Well, yeah, 100%. Like, dude has actually gotten people killed.
Yeah.
And he's going to continue to get more people killed. Like they're celebrating the death now of that child who died of measles. Like they've recruited like the mother of that child to like be like, actually, you shouldn't get your kids vaccinated. I have 4 other children. I'm fine. Which is maybe one of the most insane things I've ever seen in my life.
It is my personal opinion, and not the personal opinion of the Riverboat Jack Show, Twitch, Amazon, or anybody else, that if a state can believe that a 6-week-old clump of fetal cells is a child, and therefore has biological rights, and that to abort that child is homicide, then those parents are just as liable for criminally negligent homicide.
But have you considered that once they're born, they are the property of their parents, and so it's fine if they die?
It's just how does what so a fetus is somehow less property rights than a fetus is somehow less the property of their parents than a person.
Honestly, that's how these people act. You know,
that is a very that's some maddening logic if you've ever
yeah.
Actually, we probably could code Arjo suggested petitioning Google to revoke that cert. I actually may submit a request to them because that site is clearly a phishing site.
Yeah.
And then finally, I just want to wrap up. Let's talk a little bit about let's please call your senators, call your representatives. Section 230, they're gonna try to overturn Section 230 again of the Communications Decency Act. and for and make sure, and if there's anybody you want to harass, and he's my personal favorite target. I literally hate him. Is Dick Durbin.
Yep.
Dick's behind Dick Durbin, the Senate Minority Whip. If Chuck goes down, he should go down too.
Yep.
Actually, never mind. They should just both go. Don't even. I'm not even making it a contingency. They both should be. They both should be gone.
They both should be gone.
Yeah, Dick Durbin is a trash can, and just never and his this weird white whale quest he's had against Section 230 for about the last 8 years is one of the most insane things and I get it on some level. I get the Democrat obsession with trying to make Hollywood companies really like them. But
like what is his obsession? Like, does he not understand how the internet works?
His obsession is that the MPAA and RAA have wanted Section 230 to disappear forever, so that they can basically sue. So they can basically sue Twitter or Facebook or any of the white whales if you post 35 seconds of recorded music.
Gotcha.
Yeah, cool. Like the license. I mean,
I don't think they realized that would just kill their industries.
I mean, what's funny is that for the most part, the RAA has already killed their own industry anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, musicians now are judged by Spotify plays. They're not. Album sales are almost negligible. The money comes from streaming services and touring, and also being able to market your brand identity into things like, commercials and things like that. Honestly, that's why you don't see as many good quality mid-range musical artists anymore, because there's only really two options: either you're the top of the charts or you're nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. Call your senators. Push back on Section 230. Use 5 calls. Pressure the Democrats, because obviously Durbin's going to try to whip 10 votes for this. I know White House is one. I don't know. There's one other Democrat who listed that they're going to co-sponsor. But revoking Section 230 would be an unmitigated disaster.
Yeah.
I mean, just think about it this way. Think of all the people, just in terms of Twitch, just think of all the people who have an absolute hard-on for Hassan.
Yeah.
Right? And so if Hassan says something if Hassan says anything that could possibly expose Twitch to liability, absolutely somebody would try to use the courts to basically try to silence Hassan.
Yeah. I
mean, he would be an immediate target under in a post Section 230 world.
And I mean, like, once they could, like, if they got rid of Section 230, they would be able to get him, and like everyone else is vulnerable too. Literally anyone.
I mean, there's just, yeah, it could get real bad real fast, and just the amount of, I mean, we've already seen that, especially on Twitter, Elon loves to ban critics of Elon.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see a more and more litigious attack, especially, I mean, like a burgeoning company like Blue Sky. Blue Sky has Blue Sky has a lot of value right now, but they don't have a lot of assets. The Blue Sky's barely monetized at all.
Yep.
It's for good reason. They only have 33 million subscribers, but a lot of people hate Blue Sky. Yeah.
And they made more money selling shirts over the course of like 24 hours than they did in the entire history of the site.
And more importantly, what that might do is, I know Mark Cuban is an angel investor into Blue Sky, right?
Mm-hmm.
but the last thing you want is him owning Blue Sky. Like,
Yeah.
I don't mind him owning a piece of Blue Sky, but if he became the majority owner of Blue Sky, you're running the risk of just another oligarch running around wrecking havoc.
Yeah.
In an area that, for the most part, has been very self-managed. You know, people who aren't popular on Blue Sky they find themselves kicked out real quick. You know, what's his name came over? The anti-trans reporter guy.
Jesse Signal.
Yeah, he decided to go over to Blue Sky and found out real quick how unliked he was.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I mean, I give Brianna Wu credit. She's still posting, even though she's posting mostly into a void.
Oh, is she really? Like,
I think she's still there. She's like the third or fourth most blocked account on Blue Sky.
Man, I for a blessed period of time, I forgot she existed. It was nice.
I'm sorry for breaking that up.
It's okay. It's okay. Is her like horrible pick me podcast still going too?
Oh, sure it is. I mean, hell, didn't they have Chank on there one time?
Oh, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, she's a hot mess.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Any final thoughts you want to share, Paladin?
If you haven't looked into the Vivian Wilson thing, look into Vivian Wilson. She did a really nice interview with Team Vogue.
Okay.
It's a heartwarming. She delivered. She's clearly gonna be. She's not gonna be silenced, and she has the money and the image to really like kind of trailblaze a little bit.
That's great. Like, I do think, just on principle, like, her turning her back on like more wealth than like any person on earth can possibly imagine in order to be herself is maybe like one of the most powerful statements one can make about your identity. So totally agree. And Paladin, thanks so much for calling in and giving us insight on this wild fake CDC switcheroo situation unfolding. Yeah, definitely report that website for phishing, for being a scam. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'll probably post a link somewhere in the Discord about how you can report that site to Google for being a fake website. At least we can. I don't know if we can get them in trouble, because who's going to prosecute them, but
that'd be great, though.
Yeah, we can at least get it kicked off the internet.
Yeah, let's do our best.
All right. Have a good day.
See you, Paladin. Thanks for calling in. Always great. Always fucking great to talk with PaladinLost.
Riverboat deck is coming to town. All the viewers gather round. Twitch and YouTube is where she streams. All that content is bursting the scenes. Politics, gaming, and plenty more. Her sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff and hop aboard. We're going straight to Jack's Discord.